Hello everyone, I'm Rinku Diman, working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RP IIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. So today we are going to discuss about the silicon controlled rectifier, that is also known as the SCR. And most of us aware about like SCR is also known as thyristors, and they are very popular nowadays in power electronic devices, and it's a very vast area of research in power electronics today's time. So we will discuss about the following content. So the first one we will understand like introduction. We will understand where from where it is invented, the term SCR we given today, and why it is called SCR. Then what is SCR? We will understand basic principle of SCR, that through that we understand the construction of SCR. Then how does SCR will work? We will understand what are the parameter include in the working of SCR through the characteristic curve of this SCR. Then finally, we understand the importance of SCR. We understand the application where we are using it domestically or industrially. And finally, we'll make a conclusion about our discussion. So, introduction. The silicon controlled rectifier SCR, which is a power electronic device, is unquestionable of the greatest interest today. As we are very much aware, silicon controlled rectifier nowadays the hot topic for the research in power electronics industry. So it was first introduced in 1956 by the Bell Telephone Laboratories. So it was firstly introduced by Bell Telephone Laboratories, that is one of electronic laboratory in India, that is invented by 1956. Then it can convert alternating current into DC current, as name suggested, rectifier. So rectifier is a basic device which convert the AC into DC. At the same time, it perform another function, that is the control the amount of power fed to the load. So we can say that this is the combination of rectifier as well as transistor. So simply we can say transistor will perform two tasks as a rectification and transition. Then we will understand what is silicon controlled rectifier or SCR. So SCR is a 4-layer solid state device that control current flow. So SCR is basically a current control device. So we will understand how much current we are giving, how much we are getting by the means of controlling action. So SCR is a 3-terminal device. So these 3 terminal is nothing but gate, anode, cathode. In figure we can understand this is the gate terminal, this is anode, and this is cathode. So it's simple structure like a diode with additional terminal gate. So we can understand like by the gate signal we can control the working of this diode. So it is basically known as the controlled rectifier. So diode is nothing but, rectifier is nothing but a combination of diode, but here we are controlling our power fed to the load by means of this gate terminal control action. So the main purpose of SCR or the main use of SCR is include the switching or amplification. So these are the main concern we use as SCR. SCR can be used as a switching device, and it is also used for amplification purpose as well. So the next we will understand basic SCR structure. So I already told that it includes the 4 layers, that is P, N, P, N. Okay, so this include the 4 layers, that is P layer, N layer, P layer, and again N layer. So we will understand is a 3-junction device J1, J2, J3. These are the 3 junction in it. It have included in 3 terminal, that is anode, gate, and cathode. So these are basically 3 terminals we are utilizing. So we can also, this is the simplest construction of our thyristors basically. So it includes like again we can split this in the 2 transistor model. So 2 transistor means that is PNP and NPN. So we will like convert this P, N, and P, and again we will convert this N, P, N. So we have this PNP and NPN, these 2 transistors, right? and anode and cathode with gate terminal to this one. And this is this two transistor model structure. It includes this thyristor, so transistor 1 and transistor 2. This is transistor 2, and here is the gate terminal, and here is our anode terminal, okay, and this is our cathode terminal, right? So this is all about our simplified construction, two transistor model structure of our thyristors. Then how does the SCR will work? So load is connected in series with anode. The anode is always kept at a higher potential with respect to, like, okay, so how does SCR will work? So load is connected in series with anode, right? So what we will do, we will understand this with the same diagram. The first one is our, we will understand our load is connected, this RL is our load, right? So this RL load is nothing but is connected in series with our voltage source, and this is our SCR. Okay, PN configuration. It has the J1, J2, J3, these junctions. Okay, and this is our gate terminals, right? So this gate terminal have basically these two kind of working we will understand, like by using these structures. So load is connected in series with the anode. The anode is always kept at a higher potential than the cathode. So anode and cathode, they are two terminals. Anode is always kept on a higher potential in comparison to cathode. So the working of this SCR is divided into two categories. So two different conditions we will apply for the working of this SCR. The first one is when the gate is open, when our gate terminal or gate switch is open, and the second when gate is positive with respect to cathode. So we'll understand this thing with the diagram. When the gate is open, so when the gate is open means this switch, here is given this switch. So when the gate is open, at that time there is no gate signal in this. Okay, so no voltage to the gate. So J2 is reverse bias while J1, J3 are forward bias. So in that case, our J1 or J3 वो हमारे क्या होंगे, reverse bias होंगे, because we can say that we are applying the voltage from, like, in this terminal, like in this way. Okay, so we are giving the voltage like this. हमारा जो current है वो ऐसे flow होगा. So we can say that our J1, J3 are reverse bias. So N to P toward will our current going on, and from here P to N will be go. So J2 is the forward bias, and N to P will go. Then it is again J1 is reverse bias. So this thing is mentioned over here. J1, J3 are the reverse bias, and J2 is the forward bias in that case. So basically reverse bias, no current will flow through the device. Reverse biasing in that condition, so device does not contain any current in that case. So when the gate is positive with respect to cathode, so if we make this gate positive, means this is a positive terminal, this is a negative terminal. So if we make the gate positive with respect to cathode terminal, then J3 is reverse bias and J2 is reverse bias in that case. So J1 become now the forward bias in that case, and J2 becomes the reverse bias. And electron from N-type material start moving across the J3 toward left. So electron will move from this position to this position. Similarly, holes move from P-type material toward the right. So our holes will move from P-type material toward the right side. So P is this point and N is this point. So our hole will move toward this point, and our electrons will point to this point. And eventually the electron that move across J3 are now attracted to across the J2, and this initiate the gate current, and J2 is now conducting. So it will initiate the current. The majority of this current will be at the J2 junction. So it will starting the become forward bias, and the current will flow from this to this direction. Right. So this is the whole process to flow the current when the gate is closed, or it will be positive with respect to cathode. So this is the basic characteristic of our thyristor. We have to divide this characteristic into categories: forward characteristic and reverse characteristic. So we'll understand this forward conduction region and reverse blocking mode. Okay. So firstly, we have to define that forward blocking mode or off state. In this mode or state, the SCR operation is such that it blocks the forward current conduction through that would normally be carried by the forward bias. So in forward blocking mode, the current will start to build up, and in like it will start to build up to, it will raise the current to the latching current. So latching current is the minimum value of current which initiate the conduction process actually. And here is the holding current as well. Holding current is that condition the current flow through that point or past that point, then the thyristor will get switched off. So always it should be maintained holding current. So we will understand the next step like forward conduction mode. In this state, SCR has reached in conduction mode. If the current will pass to the latching current, then it will move in the forward conduction region. Similarly, in reverse direction is also true. Reverse blocking mode of the state, that in this mode or state, the SCR blocks the current in the same way as that of reverse bias diode. So thyristor in this state will work as the reverse blocking mode, or the current will block in this state. Only thyristor will conduct in the forward conduction mode. The current will block in the reverse blocking mode. So this was the working of thyristor based on its SCR characteristic. So importance of SCR include that it has small size and give trouble free services, we can say. So it includes it have a very compact size. Okay, in first picture we have seen thyristors have a small IC kind of things. Okay, it gives the trouble free services. So like our other switches, there will be some kind of harmonic production or burning process, so it's not include that kind of troubles in that. Reliable fast action and lightweight. So it is a high frequency switches, so it will give the fast action, and it is very lightweight. So compact size is over there, obviously it have a light weight. No mechanical part including this. There is a no moving part in this SCR, so noiseless operation is also on. Then applications, it include the rectification process. In rectification include it will convert the AC into DC. Regulated power supplies, it is also used in regulator, AC regulators or DC regulators as well. Then static switches, and it will be it can used as a high frequency switches for the giving a high frequency switching in nanohertz, in megahertz and so on. Motor speed control is also possible using these SCR devices. Battery charges and heater control is also possible using this application of here SCR. Finally, we make a conclusions. SCR are widely used in many areas of electronics. SCR circuit can be used for many power applications, as these electron components are able to switch high current very easily, right? So SCR circuits nowadays in many power applications, that includes the high frequency switches and very high frequency switches. So they are used in a very kind of devices. In addition, these electronic components are very cheap and they are widely available. So these kind of electronic components are very cheap, and nowadays they are very hot topic for the research in electronics field, and they are available at the very low cost in comparison to earlier version of the switches. So this is all about our SCR. This is the main introduction kind of SCR. Thank you very much. For any query, you can give a feedback on the given email ID, which is mentioned in the below comment. And please stay tuned with us for more videos on SCR or power electronics. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.